All right, welcome to Blockchain Tech and Finance News with me, your host KinToshi. If you're on the YouTube side, please do subscribe, turn on the bell notifications right here. Just kind of going to go into the news. I will be back also in the evening with a slew of more news from today, and I'm recapping yesterday's news based on business and what have you. I'm going to check in the audio clips. All right, audio sounds great on the monitor. Let's go right on into it. We're going to go right on starting into the S and the markets. Let's get these two off of there. All right, here we go. So today, closing out towards the end of the day, we have in the U.S. markets, the Dow is up 0.01%, the S&P 500 is down 0.74%, the Nasdaq is down 2.04%, the VIX is down 4.15%, gold is up 0.65%, crude oil is up 0.34% in the Europe markets. Show me the Europe. The FTSE 100 is up. Wait. What is going on? Hold on. All right. Sorry. FTSE 100 is up 0.61%. The DAX is up 1.09%. The CAC 40 is up 0.41%. The FTSE MIB is up 0.45%. The IBEX 35 is up 0.97%. And the Stock 600 is up 0.66%. In the Asia markets, we have the Asia Dow up 1.48%. The Nikkei 225 is up 0.67%. The Hang Seng is up 1%. Shanghai is up 0.78%. The Sensex is down 0.48%. And Singapore is up 0.81% in the Asia markets. That's what we got there. In the Forex market, we have the Euro up 1.14%. The Yen is down 1.04%. We'll have some news coverage on that, and I've been hearing recently. In further regards, not today, but it will be a little later today. I mean, not right now today, but it'll be a little later today on today's news recap. Again, this is yesterday's news recap from what was most important yesterday. The pound is up 1.32%. The Australia dollar is up 1.55%. The DXY index is down 1.11%. The WSJ IDX is down 1%. In the rates, we have the US 10-year down 0.0858. The Germany 10-year down 0.0582. Italy 10-year down 0.0352. The Spain 10-year down 0.0674. The UK 10-year down 0.0559. And Japan 10-year down 0.0010. In the futures market, we have the DJIF up 0.25%. The S&P F down 0.61%. The Nasdaq F down 0.24%. The gold futures is up 0.63%. Silver is up 0.65%. And crude oil futures is up 3.31%. In the crypto markets, we have Bitcoin up 2.68% at $20,712 per BTC. Ethereum up 5.04% at $1,547.19 per ETH. XRP is up 0.58%. Bitcoin Cash is up 2.43%. Litecoin is down 0.23%. And Monero USD is up 2.15%. Let's go right into the first piece of news we have here for the day. Also, throw your chats in there if you want to chat. I can see in the chats, and I'll respond and feature your comments on the stream here. All these recap articles I'm going to be reading through are featured on the YouTube recap, and let's go right on into it otherwise. Alright, this is for some blockchain news. Why gaming will drive mass adoption for blockchain is by News BTC. It can be tricky to drive mass adoption with cutting-edge technology. Unfortunately, crypto and blockchain are no different. Both languish in relative obscurity for years within niche communities and have started to trend mainstream over the last few years. Calculating global crypto and blockchain adoption has proven to be a difficult task so far, but initial reports suggest both industries remain on an upswing even amid massive price downturns. So um, let's talk here. In June, I want to skip over about how people telling Bitcoin adoption would reach 10% of the world's population by 2030. Let's see. I want to get to the part about how. Okay, so here's one part. Going further, Harold Boss argued startups need to look at ideas that do not exist and craft businesses around crypto and blockchain. So, furthermore, let's go into how P2E gaming is shaking up traditional industries and the blockchain world as those businesses building in crypto and blockchain. Boss's innovation strategy is already well known within the emerging and energetic GameFi world, where players enjoy blockchain-based games and stand to collect rewards along the way due to the play-to-earn P2E model. Blockchain-based gaming platforms have snowballed even as crypto markets continue to fluctuate. Many gamers have long been on the hunt for an alternative to traditional gaming models that reward developers instead of users. In contrast, a P2E model lets gamers earn rewards with real-world value like tokens, virtual land, NFTs, and other digital assets. Many regard the P2E model as shifting value back to its users. P2E also permits gamers to move assets outside of a platform's digital world. I want to turn my monitor up real quick and see how loud it is if I need to adjust the mic up. I brought the mic level up a bit. I think it could be a little bit louder. Like that. There we go. All right. The model has already been life-changing for many. In some cases, Filipino workers have reportedly collected double and even triple the amount of local minimum wages while playing blockchain games. As of early August 2022, 40% of Axie Infinity's player base stemmed from the Philippines. Dapperator's July industry report highlighted blockchain-based gaming. The report noted that dApps contribute to 60% of July's blockchain activity, an all-time high at the time of publication. Get that later. According to Dapperator research head Pedro Herrera, with relevant gaming events like the Sandbox Alpha Season 3, Illuvium's beta gameplay, Gala Live Games, or Axie Infinity's land staking available, Web3 games are shaping to be the industry's had to dab. To the industry's diving force for months to come. As more turn towards digital assets, blockchain gaming platforms look to drive adoption forward. If anyone doesn't know, I have a space tonight actually on Twitter about Collider Craftworks, which is a blockchain-based game, and Web3 with Battle Royale. As more than a third of the global's population play games, many believe blockchain's massive potential will drive continued adoption within the crypto and blockchain spaces. For example, one survey shows that 48.6% of crypto owners will consider spending crypto on online gaming or gambling. Projects like Shiro look to only capitalize on these trends with a P2E trading card game platform that offers users immense socialization potential coupled with opportunities to earn rewards and compete against each other. Shiro users work to build NFT decks and engage in a vast metaverse environment with other players. Users can compete in card wagering, avatar wagering, and tournaments to earn money, interact with other players, and climb up the ranks as they challenge and beat foes within the immersive Shiro-verse. Blockchain P2E gaming platforms like Shiro continue to remain popular as users flock towards a model where they are rewarded with their efforts. Gaming looks to be set to be the biggest driver of blockchain adoption as crypto enthusiasts and those outside of the industry look to get involved for a new, fresh, and empowering gaming experience. To learn more about Ethereum-based Shiro platform and its intention, I'll look into it, but yeah, we'll check into Shiro. Sure. Shiro, what is it, TCG? I guess we'll call it a TCG, right? Sounds like a TCG. All right, on to the next piece of news here. Don't even need that. So yeah, this is why gaming will drive mass adoption for blockchain. Some key points there in this article. Could have been some stronger points there, but yeah, I get it all in all. All right, Santander Bank trials blockchain platform for used cars in Brazil. Santander Brazil is also reportedly planning to launch crypto trading services to its customers. CEO Mario Leao announced in July. This is from Helen Parts, writer for Cointelegraph. Major global bank Santander continues exploring the benefits of blockchain technology, with the local branch implementing blockchain technology for vehicle trading and car registration. Santander Brazil has launched the testing of a blockchain-based tokenization platform for transferring ownership of used cars in Brazil, Cointelegraph reported on October 19th. The platform is designed to automate the process of transferring property registration by deploying smart contracts based on a delivery versus payment, a settlement method guaranteeing the ownership transfer after successful payment. Santander's latest vehicle registration solution is developed in partnership with Parfin, major digital custody and Web3 infrastructure provider in Latin America. According to Parfin co-founder and chief technology officer Alex, the platform will be based on a proprietary blockchain network developed from the Ethereum blockchain, but in contrast to Ethereum, the system's blockchain will be permissioned or private, meaning it will not be publicly accessible. Santander's project is part of initiatives selected by Brazil's central bank's financial innovations laboratory, LIFT. The LIFT acts as a project incubator. One of the goals is to apply the digital real of Brazil's central bank digital currency, which is reportedly scheduled for launch in 2024. In the meantime, Santander has already presented its demo platform to the central bank, aiming to test real transactions in the near future. Jamie Chatak, Open Finance Superintendent at Santander, suggested that the same technology could be used for selling and registering properties. It has both convenience and security benefits for both buyer and the seller. You turn two transactions into one, he noted. Baloo, reportedly pointed out that the regulation is one of the few major challenges on the path to mass adoption of blockchain technology, stating, in quote, technology is moving faster than regulation. The challenge is in regulation, but Brazil is ahead in that sense. The authorities are bold, so we may have this sooner than we thought. Santander Brazil is the Brazilian unit of Spain's largest commercial bank, Banco Santander. The local bank is known for its crypto-friendly stance, with CEO Mario Leao reportedly announcing Santander Brazil's plans to launch crypto trading earlier this year. The Global Santander Bank has also been actively experimenting with blockchain technology, jointly working on tokenization infrastructure for agro commodities and issuing blockchain-based bonds. The bank is also known for its close collaboration with major crypto firm Ripple. All right, so you heard it right there. Santander Bank trials blockchain platform for used car payment settlements in Brazil. Really cool stuff right there. Further utilizing and the utility of blockchain tech. This next article is from CoinDesk. Peter Brandt, BTC, saying BTC will hit all-time high in 3 years, but first will be dropping down to 13,000. Bitcoin expects to chop a little, moving between 17,000 and 23,000 for the next year, Peter Brandt tells CoinDesk TV. This is from Jocelyn Yang, writer for CoinDesk in the markets sector. Bitcoin is dull and will probably be dull for the next year and a half, but it will eventually see all-time highs. Peter Brandt, founder and CEO of proprietary trading firm Factor LLC, said Monday on CoinDesk's First Mover program, we will just drop between, let's say, 17,000 and 23,000, said Brandt. I think we will bottom here at some point in time, maybe early next year, but then I'm not looking for Bitcoin really to become exciting again for another couple of years. Bitcoin's price was sticking around 19,200 on Monday and has stayed below 20,000 for over 2 weeks. The highly regarded technical trader who has been in the business since 1970s predicted it would take 32 months before BTC reaches a new all-time high. Until then, he said expect the largest cryptocurrency by market value to bottom at 13,000. Bitcoin's price has come under pressure from the U.S. Federal Reserve's hawkish interest rate hikes, meant to curb this year's hot inflation. Traders and investors across the markets are eyeing the Fed's next meeting of its Monetary Policy Committee, the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, based on the CME's data of Fed funds futures contracts. Wall Street expects a fourth consecutive 75 basis point interest rate hike in November, and then possibly smaller rate hikes after. Brandt, however, said he didn't see the interest rate hikes dropping off and expects a 75 basis point increase in November, second followed by another 75 BPS increase on December 14th. I think that the Fed knows that inflation is a killer, he said. The Fed needs to regain its credibility, and to do that, I think the Fed really needs to bring inflation rates back down to at least 4%. The most recent U.S. annual inflation rate measured in September was at 8.2%. So Bitcoin correlated to Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been seen as a risk-on asset, a sign of market appetite for risk. But as traditional market turmoil continues, BTC has seen lower volatility compared to stocks. Meanwhile, BTC's correlation with gold, which is considered a safe haven asset during the time of market volatility, reached its highest level in over a year. Yes, Brandt said he expects Bitcoin's value to be separate from what any other market is going to do. Bitcoin is going to be correlated with Bitcoin eventually. Despite the current narrative that Bitcoin's fate is tied to the market's desire for risk, Brandt said the cryptocurrency will be the ultimate source of value in the next 10 years. So Peter Brandt, BTC will hit all-time highs in 3 years, but first a 13K range low. All right, let's see. Let's go on to the next piece of news here on some mobile crypto mining. If I can only type. This is from Cointelegraph. How to do mobile cryptocurrency mining. This is from Ankar Singh, writer for Cointelegraph. Crypto mobile mining can be performed on iOS and Android systems via solar or pool mining services. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin BTC are created using a distributed computing process called mining. The network participants undertake mining to verify the legitimacy of transactions on the blockchain and ensure network security by preventing double spending. In return for their efforts, miners are rewarded with a certain amount of BTC. There are various ways to mine cryptocurrencies, and this article will discuss how to get started with mobile crypto mining from the comfort of your home. So what is crypto mining? A resource-intensive activity that often demands enormous computing power to solve a computational problem and add the next valid block to a blockchain is a crucial component of cryptocurrencies. Typically, graphics processing units, GPUs, or high-performance hardware are used for cryptocurrency mining. However, unlike GPU mining rigs and application-specific integrated circuit, ASIC mining equipment is explicitly made for mining cryptocurrencies, making an ASIC miner more powerful and energy efficient than a comparable GPU miner. Being application-specific, ASICs can be used exclusively for one purpose, such as to mine a specific coin. Nonetheless, the risk of mining just one coin is high due to the enormous volatility of the cryptocurrency market. For instance, the ASIC's equipment will be useless if the coin's value declines over time or the developers decide to alter the hashing algorithm. Alternatively, you can mine cryptocurrency on your phone. Proof of work: cryptocurrencies like BTC can be mined using smartphones. Small-scale miners can join mining pools to combine their computer power to raise the likelihood of mining a block successfully. However, the computing power offered using smartphones will be little compared to ASICs, and miners' payouts will be roughly equal to their contribution. What is mobile crypto mining, and how does it work? Mobile cryptocurrencies using the processing capacity of smartphones powered by iOS and Android systems is called mobile crypto mining. As mentioned before, in mobile mining, rewards will be approximately the same percentage as computing power offered by miners, but overall, is mining cryptocurrency on your phone free? Cryptocurrency on the phone requires one to invest in a smartphone, download a cryptocurrency mining app, and get a stable internet connection. However, the incentive for crypto miners may be substantially smaller and may not cover the cost of electricity used to mine. Additionally, the smartphone will experience extreme strain from mining, reducing its lifespan and perhaps destroying its hardware, making it worthless to use for another purpose. Many apps available for iOS and Android operating systems to mine cryptocurrencies. However, most apps are only available on third-party crypto mining sites, whose legitimacy must be carefully investigated before use. For instance, according to Google's developer policy, mobile mining apps are not allowed on Play Store. However, it enables developers to create applications to let them control mining taking place somewhere else, like on cloud computing platforms. The possible reasons behind such restrictions include the quick depletion of batteries. The smartphone will overheat if mining is done on device because of the intensive processing. How to mine cryptocurrency on an Android smartphone? To bind Bitcoin on mobile, miners can either go for Android solo mining, or join mining pools like Antpool, Poolin, BTC, F2 Pool, and Via BTC. However, not every smartphone user can opt for solo mining, as it is a computationally intense task, and it may take decades before you can mine cryptocurrencies using a phone, even if you use one of the newest flagship models. Alternatively, miners can join cryptocurrency mining pools using apps like Bitcoin Miner or MinerGate Mobile Miner to generate adequate computational processing power and share rewards with contributing stakeholders. However, miners pay payment frequency. Miners pay payment frequency and incentive options depending on the pool size. Also be aware that each mining pool follows a different payment system and rewards may vary accordingly. For instance, in a pay per share system, miners receive a specific payout rate for each share they successfully mine, each worth a particular amount of mineable cryptocurrency. On the contrary, the block reward and the mining service fee are settled accordingly. According to the theoretical profit, miners also receive a portion of the transactional fee and the full pay per share system. So how to mine cryptocurrency on an iPhone? Miners can download mining apps on iPhones to mine cryptocurrencies without investing in expensive hardware equipment. However, regardless of the mining app miners choose, mobile crypto mining may result in higher wear and tear without reasonably rewarding their time and effort. For instance, it may cost miners a lot to run the iPhone on high energy. However, the quantity of BTC or other altcoins they can mine is minimal. Moreover, mobile mining may result in iPhone's low performance due to excessive computing power required and constant need to charge the phone. So is mobile mining profitable? Mining profitability depends on the computational power and efficient hardware used during the crypto mining process. That said, the more advanced equipment one uses to mine cryptocurrencies, the more likely one will earn more profit than those using smartphones. Moreover, some cybercriminals use this cryptojacking method to secretly use the computing power of unprotected devices to mine cryptocurrencies, making them inefficient for mining in case the original owner wants to mine cryptocurrencies. Nonetheless, crypto miners often perform a cost benefit analysis, the advantages of a choice or action, less the expenses involved with that choice or activity, to ascertain the mining profitability before making any investment. But is mobile mining legal? The legality of mining on smartphones, ASICs, or any hardware equipment depends on the jurisdiction of the residents, as some countries restrict cryptocurrencies. That said, mining using any hardware equipment will be rendered illegal if cryptocurrencies are restricted in any particular part of the country. The future of mobile crypto mining. Despite the surge in popularity of cryptocurrency mining, it has been criticized for being economically and environmentally harmful, causing POW cryptocurrencies like Ethereum to move to proof-of-stake consensus mechanism. Additionally, the legal status of mining cryptocurrency is unclear in some jurisdictions, which put doubts on the viability of a mining strategy. Furthermore, over time, mining apps begin to degrade the smartphone's functionality, making them inefficient for cryptocurrency mining. On the contrary, while the evolution of mining hardware and equipment enabled miners to run their rigs profitably, the struggle for sustainable mining rewards will keep driving technological advancement. Nonetheless, with the next significant innovation in mobile mining technology, what will look like is not yet known. Alright, so that's that right there. I want to look into it a little more, how to do mobile cryptocurrency mining, just for further research. This next article is from Decrypt. Reddit NFTs surge as Polygon-based avatars reach millions of new users. Trading volume of Reddit for Reddit's collectible avatars is up 799% so far today as traders celebrate the project's widespread adoption. This is from writer Andrew Hayward for Decrypt. In brief, and key points: secondary market sales of Reddit's Polygon-based avatars are surging today as prices rise and more NFTs are trading. Reddit revealed last week that over 3 million Polygon wallets have been created by users to collect the NFTs. Online message board community Reddit has proven to be a significant force for for NFT adoption. As an executive revealed last week that users created over 3 million Polygon wallets for them, with nearly 3 million of the NFT avatars in circulation. Now sales are surging as collectors see Reddit's NFTs as major trading opportunity. Secondary market sales of Reddit's collectible avatars NFTs, which are minted on a Polygon and Ethereum scaling network, has topped 1.88 million so far at the day of writing this, a 799% increase from Sunday. That's according to public blockchain data aggregated by Dune user Polygon Analytics. Sales volumes have climbed for 5 days straight per the dashboard. Over the last 24 hours in total, the Reddit avatar NFTs have generated about 1.95 million sales across over 4,700 transacted NFTs. All told, 17 of the top 20 individual Reddit collectible avatars sales happened today, including the top sale, a spooky season avatar by pseudonymous artist POE that sold for 18 ETH or about $24,150. At TechCrunch's Disrupt conference last week, Reddit Chief Product Officer Pali Bhatt revealed that more than 3 million Polygon-based Reddit vault wallets have been created by users to collect and trade its NFT avatars. According to the Dune dashboard, more than 2.9 million of the avatars are now in circulation. Some of those avatars were premium NFTs that were purchased from the site with initial fixed point systems ranging from $10 to $100 a piece. Based on data from Reddit Floor, about 86,000 NFTs were sold to users, and now they have a collective market cap or value of about 100 million. However, many more Reddit NFTs were also given away or airdropped for free to some of the site's most devoted users across more than 100,000 active communities or subreddits, introducing many people to NFTs for the first time. Oh, cool. Well, I guess I must have missed all of that because I've had a Vault wallet with Fortnite bricks in it for 2-3 years, maybe even longer, something like that. Reddit NFTs from the Meme Team, the Singularity, Awe Friends, and Drip Squad collections were offered up for free to eligible users. According to OpenSea's marketplace, there are over 2.8 million of those NFTs on the market, although they're trading for much lower prices than the NFTs that were originally sold by Reddit. Decrypt reached out to Reddit and Polygon representatives to clarify how many of the Polygon NFTs are currently on the market and how they were released, but did not immediately hear back. Each avatar is based on Snoo, the Reddit alien mascot, albeit the various visual styles contributed by an array of artists. Some of the most popular and valuable collections within the Reddit project include The Senses by pseudonymous artist Rojam, Faustlings by Tyler Faust, and Spooky Season Collection by Poyi. An NFT is a blockchain token that represents ownership on in a unique item such as avatars or profile pictures, digital artwork, and video game items. The NFT market surged to $25 billion in trading volume in 2021, continued that torrid pace into early 22, but has seen falling prices and sales volume in recent months amid an ongoing crypto market decline. NFT traders were buzzing about the Reddit avatars all weekend, with some praising the collection for furthering NFT adoption, as well as the streamlined interface that Reddit used to sell them. Buying the NFTs initially from Reddit did not require the use of cryptocurrency, nor does the platform even refer to its collectible avatars as NFTs. Others saw the project with as many stylized sub-collections and a significantly trading opportunity, and prices on the secondary market have grown alongside the increasing number of sales. The cheapest listed NFT from one Spooky Season collaboration with pseudonymous artist Sis32 template, for example, is 2.7 ETH, over $3,600 at OpenSea right now. Polygon's Matic token saw a notable price pop on Sunday that corresponded with rising hype around the Reddit NFTs. Matic is now up 6% over the last 24 hours into a current price of nearly 90 cents per data from CoinGecko. So this is really cool. I'm going to be following this most definitely. Reddit NFT surges as Polygon-based avatars reach millions of new users. All right, let's go on to the next piece of news here. KinToshi, cheers a bit. Thanks for the bit. Cheers. This next article is from Cointelegraph. Wealthy crypto believer and incoming UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak once commissioned a royal NFT. So the wealthy crypto believer, incoming UK Prime Minister, obviously, Rishi Sunak. We've been hearing a lot about that recently. The new leader of the world's sixth largest economy is the former chancellor of the Exchequer and is said to be richer than King Charles. He is also a firm crypto supporter. This is from writer Derek Anderson for Cointelegraph. Rishi Sunak is set to become Prime Minister of the United Kingdom within 5 days. Sunak was defeated for the government post by Liz Truss on September 5th, but she resigned only after 45 days in office. Indications so far are that his selection for the office is good news for the crypto industry. Sunak was Chancellor for the Exchequer, or head of the Treasury, from early 2020 to July 5th, where he resigned during a scandal that shook Boris Johnson's government. During that time, Sunak repeatedly voiced his support for crypto. Speaking in April about proposed regulatory reform related to stablecoins, Sunak said, in quote, "It's my ambition to make the UK government a global hub for crypto asset technology, and the measures we've outlined will help to ensure that firms can invest in innovation and scale up in this country. This is part of our plan to ensure the UK financial services industry is always at the forefront of technology and innovation. Sunak has spoken positively of central bank digital currency. In April, he commissioned the Royal Mint to issue a non-fungible token NFT by the end of the year as an emblem of the forward-looking approach of the UK is determined to take. Let's see. He also oversaw the drafting of the Financial Services and Markets Bill, which is now making its way through a parliament and promises to provide a regulatory framework for stablecoins and crypto assets. In flashback, Rishi Sunak's views on centralized cryptocurrency and how G7 nations should use it. He said Sunak had made history for several reasons. At 42, he is the youngest prime minister in modern UK history. David Cameron and Tony Blair were 43 when they assumed office. Sunak and his wife have combined fortune worth £730 million, $824 million, making him the richest British prime minister to take office. Cool. So, wealthy crypto believer and incoming UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak once commissioned a royal NFT. They didn't really say what he commissioned, but okay. Let's go into the next piece of news. A few articles left. From Cointelegraph, Zuckerberg's $100 billion metaverse gamble is supersized and terrifying for the shareholder. This is from Braden Lindria. In an open letter, Altmeter Capital CEO and founder recommended the tech giant cut its metaverse investment from $10 to $15 billion a year to $5 billion. The shareholder open letter to Meta's CEO Mark Zuckerberg has labeled the tech giant's investment to the Meta as supersized and terrifying. The shareholder has urged the company to scale down its investment in the metaverse and its related technology amid a significant fall in its prime stock year over the last 18 months. The open letter was published on October 18th and was directed at Zuckerberg and the board of directors. It was authored by Brad Gertzer, CEO and founder of technology investment from Altmeter Capital, which owns roughly a 0.11% share in Meta, according to the hedge fund. I said that Meta's foray into the metaverse, while important, should not command as much investment from the company as it currently does. So if you listen to a past article on here, they are kind of looking to never mind, I'm just gonna keep reading here. Let's go. Whatever. He said, basically, like Meta said, our new Oculus is not going to move units like we think it is. Probably the metaverse is not going to move like we think it is, but ultimately they're bullish on the sentiment of the CEO Zuckerberg is bullish on the sentiment long term of what it can do, as I would think a revenuing approach. So anyways, I'll leave it at this. Gerster said that the Meta's foray into the metaverse, while important, should not command as much investment from the company as it currently does. He said, it should sustain itself. I agree with that. He said the company has announced investments of $10 billion to $15 billion per year into its metaverse project, including AR, VR, tech, and Horizon World, but may take 10 years to yield results, explaining an estimated $100 billion investment is an unknown future and is supersized and terrifying, even by Silicon Valley standards. Rather, he urged the company to focus more on artificial intelligence, AI, and less on the metaverse, as it has potential to drive more economic productivity than the user itself. While companies will struggle to monetize AI, we believe Meta is incredibly well positioned to leverage AI to make all of its existing products better. He added, Gerster's comments come on the same day of Bank of America. The Bank of America downgraded Meta from a buy to neutral valuation, partly due to its metaverse investments, likely to remain an overhang on the stock because of the lack of progress and new competition from Apple. Gerstner added that over the last 18 months, Meta's stock has fallen 55%, compared to an average of 19,000 for its big tech peers, which mirrors the lost confidence in the company, not just the bad mood of the market. And let's see, Gerstner isn't the only person to think the future of metaverse is relatively uncertain. Is a relatively uncertain one either. On July 30th, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin said that while the metaverse will happen, corporate attempts such as those by Facebook will misfire because it's far too early to know what people actually want. The share price for Meta platforms has plummeted to 60.53% over the last year to $129.72 at the time of writing, a far greater fall in the current bear market than the likes of Apple and Amazon and Google. This is set to report its third quarter 2022 results on October 26th. All right, so that's this. Zuckerberg's 100 metaverse gamble is supersized and terrifying. Let's go into the next article from the BBC. What am I doing? Just grabbing the wrong. Okay, I actually deleted the article rather than copied it. It's from the BBC. In the technology sector, WhatsApp back online after a worldwide outage. The messaging platform WhatsApp has come back online after an outage that affected users around the world. Meta, which owns WhatsApp, said the problem had been fixed but did not give a reason for the disruption. People trying to send and receive messages on WhatsApp, which has about 2 billion users globally, began reporting issues just before 8 BST. Before the 12,000 reports were posted within half an hour, according to the service status website Down Detector. However, by 10 p.m., 10, I don't know, it's p.m. or a.m., whatever, BST service seemed to be returning for many users. So that's it. In a statement, Meta said the problem had been solved. We know people had trouble sending messages on WhatsApp today. The statement said, we have fixed the issue and apologies for any inconvenience. As WhatsApp experienced difficulties, many people complain on social media that they could not send or receive messages. Users who tried to use the app on Tuesday morning were faced with a connecting message. The outage is likely to have caused significant disruption. The app, which offers end-to-end encryption for messages in particular, popular method of group communication for social work and parenting activities, has been used controversially by government ministers. According to the Internet Monitoring Organization, that blocks the outage affected users both in the UK and around the world. BBC journalists in Australia and Ukraine reported problems accessing the service themselves. An original tweet on Twitter, this is above there, and then there were also reports of issues in Hong Kong, South Africa, Singapore, and India, a key market for the platform. Last year, WhatsApp went down as part of a 6-hour outage, which also hit Facebook, Oculus, and Instagram. Facebook later said that the global problem was caused by a configuration change. Alright, so that's there in the technology part. WhatsApp back online after an outage. And what a big outage, right? So this next article is from CNBC in the tech stock sector area as well. Alibaba 10-cent shares plummet 11% alongside China tech stocks as Z tightens up grip on power. This is from Arjun Karpal, writer for CNBC. The key points here is that shares of Chinese tech giants Alibaba and Tencent closed down more than 11%. Search company Baidu was 12% lower, while food delivery from firm Meituan tanked more than 14%. The moves come after Chinese President Xi Jinping paved the way for an unprecedented third term as leader and packed the Politburo Standing Committee with loyalists. Investors fear continuing strict policy that could hamper growth of tech sectors, and very few people who can challenge these policies, even those who are negative for growth. Chinese technology stocks tanked Monday after political reshuffle in the world's second largest economy tightened President Xi Jinping's grip on power, with investors fearing this could be negative for private firms. Tech giants Alibaba and Tencent closed down more than 11% in Asia. Search company Baidu was 12% lower, while food delivery from Meituan tanked more than 14%. The moves come after Xi paved the way for an unprecedented third term as leader. The PAC in the Politburo Standing Committee, the core circle of power in the ruling Communist Party of China with loyalists. That makes it unlikely that anyone would challenge my policy. Mistakes that Xi makes, which could hamper growth of the tech sector. Xi Sun, senior lecturer in Chinese and East Asian lecturer in Chinese and East Asian business at King's College London, said. This is I want to get some key points here, right? Obviously, two policies have contributed billions of dollars being wiped off the value of Chinese tech giants and companies including Tencent and Alibaba. Obviously, in the chip sector as well, tech stocks have never been the best friend of Xi. It's clear that the market thinks the purge will come. As part of the leadership reshuffle in China, Li Qiang, party secretary of Shanghai, is expected to made premier next year. So that kind of was interesting. Let's get that Sun. Let's get that third regime. Yeah, all these articles are on the recap on the YouTube side, but I want to get the main key points here. I will say this, however, a rigid political regime with limited capacity to correct many of its policy mistakes, the lack of capable and experienced economic policymakers, and growing geopolitical risk, all under the leadership of a single person whose track record has not proven unfriendly toward the private sector. However, not all analysts are concerned about further regulatory tightening. In a few moments, Beijing has taken less dramatic regulatory action against tech giants, prompting some communication to suggest a stance from the government towards internet companies. Some of the policy towards tech stocks have been softened. Duncan Wrigley, chief China economist at Pantheon Economics, told CNBC. And overall, I think the stance of the leadership and government have become unbalanced more over the past year. I don't think that's the whole complete article, but yeah, most of the key. In a nutshell, it's Alibaba, Tencent shares plummet 11% alongside China tech stocks plummet Z as well. All right, so this next piece of news is also from the BBC. Got some BBC news earlier. So the U.S. charges alleged Chinese spies in telecoms probe case. This is also in the U.S. tech sector basis by Bernard Debusman Jr., writer for BBC News Washington. 2 Chinese nationals have been charged with paying thousands of dollars in cash and jewelry to obstruct a federal investigation into a major telecommunications company. According to prosecutors, the 2 men attempted to recruit a U.S. law enforcement official as an intelligence asset to help interfere with the probe. The official, however, was working as a double agent for the FBI. Beijing accused U.S. law enforcement of fabricating lies to smear China. Even other Chinese citizens were also charged in 2 other spying cases. According to charged documents, the 2 men, identified as Guchen He and Zhang Wang, attempted to cultivate a U.S. relationship with a U.S. law enforcement official and sought details of the investigation, including witnesses, evidence, and potential criminal charges. They also asked the official to secretly record any trial strategy. While the company was not named in documents by Attorney General at a news conference Monday, U.S. media had reported it to a China-headquartered tech giant Huawei, citing sources familiar with the investigation. U.S. officials declined to identify the company. Let's see. Key points. Egregious attempt by egregious GS. Oh, man. Someone tell me how to talk. Words. Accountability and to determine the integrity of our judicial system. Two alleged spies said the official tens of thousands of dollars in cash. So the two alleged spies paid the official tens of thousands of dollars in cash and jewelry, including 41,000 Bitcoin for a photograph of a single page marked classified that purported to discuss a plan to charge and arrest company officials. Additional payments were made as recently as last week. According to the alleged spies, the U.S. official was working on behalf of the FBI and passed along fake documents, Mr. Garland told reporters. Let's see. In a separate case in New Jersey, 4 people, including the 3 alleged intelligence operatives, were charged with using a fake think tank to recruit current and former U.S. officials. According to Mr. Garland, the suspects hoped to procure technology and have it shipped to China, as well as interfere with U.S. protests that could be embarrassing. Additionally, even Chinese nationals were charged with attempting to force a rationalized U.S. citizen to return to China. Part of what the U.S. officials described as part of a transnational effort to recover fugitives and silence dissidents and perceived opponents of the Chinese government. 2 of those suspects are in custody. According to Mr. Garland, the Chinese government forced the victim's nephew to travel from China to convey threats, told him that coming back and returning herself is the only way out, and sent agents to the home of the victim's son. They made clear that their harassment would not stop until the victim returned to China, Mr. Garland said. Prosecutors had filed similar charges against alleged Chinese spies last year, accusing them of attempting to exert influence over U.S. citizens and residents. In late 2021 and early 2022, for example, the U.S. officials believe an affiliate of China's Ministry of State Security, MSS, hired a U.S.-based private investigator to uncover unflattering information about a U.S. congressional candidate who had participated in pro-democracy demonstrations in Hong Kong in 2015, as well as at least one state-level legislator who believed may run for re-election. Wang Wenbin, spokesperson for China's foreign ministry, said he wasn't aware of the specific circumstances of the cases, but did say the U.S. law enforcement repeatedly fabricates lies to smear China, irrationally suppress Chinese businesses, and obstruct China's efforts to chase down fugitives. He said the aim was to turn the U.S. into a safe haven for the corrupt and for lawbreakers. He added, what the U.S. side has done stands in opposition to the issue and rule of law, undermining the foundation of U.S.-China law enforcement cooperation, as well as damaging the U.S. side's own image. So, I mean, that kind of, that was a bit of a heavy ending outro there, but all right, the U.S. charges alleged Chinese spies in telecoms probe case. I have 2 more articles here to read from. I'm going to close out the stream for the day. This next one is from Financial Times. Let's bring it on in. UK regulator warns over big tech's growing interest. Okay, this is not going to let me. Okay, Financial Times. Sometimes it's letting me read on a different machine, but not on this one. So we're just completely rip this article out of here. Let's go. No more FT. We're going to close it out right here. Okay, this is in basic political news and general global news. UK's Rishi, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Rishi Sunak inherits a country in crisis as he takes over as Prime Minister. This is from writer Karen Gilchrist for CNBC. Key points. Britain's new Prime Minister Rishi Sunak took office Tuesday, assuming that with one of the most daunting political inboxes in modern British history. The former finance minister will be tasked with remedying multiple crises, including soaring inflation, higher energy costs, industrial unrest, and a battered economy. Sunak has warned that the UK faces a profound economic challenge and pledged to instill stability and unity. In London, Britain's new Prime Minister Rishi Sunak assumed office Tuesday, and with it, I hope I'm not butchering his name, but I'll just say the new Prime Minister of Britain. One of the most daunting political inboxes in modern British history as he attempts to steer the country through an existing cost of living crisis, political and social dysjuncture, and looming recession. Hopefully, if you got like businesses of need out there, like maybe you're got a grocery business, maybe you have a what is it, a tax advising business or something like that, with also financial consultant business and things like that, financial planner. Those type of businesses on need are probably still able to do over there. But I mean, if you maybe have like a retail store, yeah, it's probably suffering over in Britain. If you have another service like a laundry mat or a hairstylist that serves as service for people, those probably businesses are probably still doing all right over there too, even during a looming recession. And it's going to happen over here in the United States, as we got a recession coming in through the definitely going into here in 2023. The former finance minister was named leader of the Conservative Party and therefore the country's next prime minister on Monday after his sole competitor, Penny Mordaunt, pulled out of the leadership race moments before the nominations deadline. The 42-year-old was officially installed in the role Tuesday morning by King Charles III, whom he met at Buckingham Palace after outgoing Prime Minister Liz Truss formally tendered her resignation to the monarch. Sunak's officiation is momentous, not least in that it marks Downing Street's first Prime Minister of colour and the UK's youngest leader of modern times. It is also King Charles' first swearing in of a new government, coming just 7 weeks after his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, appointed Truss, who resigned 44 days later, but also because it comes at a time of profound political and economic crisis for the country, which the challenges in Sunak's office in tray spanning economic instability, soaring inflation, stretched public financials, industrial unrest, and party politics from day one. The economy in focus. Sunak has so far given very little about his plans once in office, ascending to the job virtually in silence, following a fast-tracked leadership race over the weekend. However, as a former finance minister who steered Britain through the COVID-19 pandemic, recovering the UK's embattled economy and the country's status among the investment community is likely to be a top priority. End quote. If the fiscal rules are too loose, this won't rebuild credibility. That's a quote from Ruth Gregory, senior UK economist in Capital Economics. In his inaugural speech as Prime Minister Tuesday, Sunak said the challenges facing the country were profound and pledged to place economic stability at the center of his agenda. Right now, our country is facing a profound economic crisis, Sunak said, outside Downing Street. Some mistakes were made, he continued, referring to the prior government of Liz Truss. I have been elected as leader of my party and your Prime Minister in part to fix them, and that work will begin immediately. I will place economic stability and confidence at the heart of this government's agenda. This will mean difficult decisions to come, he added. It is expected that Sunak will retain the current finance minister, Jeremy Hunt, who is credited with calming markets following the Truss's government's cataclysmic mini-budget, and who is due to set out the country's revised fiscal strategy Monday. Economists said that could go some way in reassuring the UK's economic stability, but added that investors will be closely watching the forthcoming budget to see exactly how the pair plan to fill a gapping $45 billion in USD in the public finances. If the fiscal rules are too loose and or policies announced to fill the fiscal hole are considered unachievable, this won't rebuild credibility with investors, Ruth Gregory, senior UK economist at Capital Economics, wrote in a research note Monday. Soaring inflation and industrial unrest. Still, while Sunak is seen as having safer fiscal hands than his predecessor, investors have warned that any relief rally in financial markets may be short-lived, as the new government has a long way to go in resolving the country's wider economic ills. The UK is the only G7 economy not to have reattained its pre-pandemic GDP levels by the second quarter of 2022. Indeed, the economy shrank by 0.3% in August, according to the Office for National Statistics, with some ratings agencies predicting the UK is already in a full-year recession. The UK still faces a storm of economic problems. There's the brewing deep and painful recession, soaring energy prices, inflation running at more than 10%. That's from, quote, Nigel Green, CEO of Devere Group. It comes as the UK faces a labor crunch and continued industrial unrest, with widespread strikes among postal workers, rail workers, and public barristers. baristas, having led to months of disruption. Meanwhile, the UK inflation turned to a 40-year high of 10.1% in September, and energy prices continue to push higher following Russia's war in Ukraine, with some energy providers warning of possible blackouts this winter. The UK still faces a storm of economic problems. Nigel Green, CEO of Devere Group, said on a note on Monday, there's a brewing deep and painful recession, soaring energy prices, inflation running at more than 10%, labor gaps, ongoing supply chain dramas, and the Bank of England intent on hiking interest rates, the uniting a divided Conservative Party. And header here, Sunak's task as Prime Minister is further complicated by deep-rooted divisions within the ruling Conservative Party. Despite winning significant backing from Tory members Parliament, Sunak is considered a divisive figure within the party and was largely blamed for the demise of former Prime Minister Boris Johnson after he quit as his finance minister. Sunak's success will therefore closely depend on his ability to galvanize his party and unite them under his new economic and political vision. Closely watched over the coming days will be Sunak's appointment of his cabinet, which will provide him the opportunity to overhaul the top ranks of the party and appoint a broad church of ministers from across Tory factions. UK's Foreign Secretary James Cleverly told Sky News Tuesday that Sunak's government should feature the best ministers available rather than focusing on those who are loyal, as Truss was criticized for doing. We have got to have the first 15 on the pitch. We know that Rishi understands that, Cleverly said. So that's going to end it right there. And the UK's Rishi Sunak inherits a country at crisis as he takes over as Prime Minister. So, again, that's all I've got for the day today. All of these articles will be on the recap on the YouTube side. And without much more further ado after that, appreciate the bit cheer on Twitch there. Subscribe, smash the bell notifications here to Blockchain Tech and Finance News on the YouTube side. Give a follow on the Twitch side. Also, check us out on Twitch for extra gaming content. And you can check out KinZart, KINZART, on OpenSea and Foundation for NFT artwork. And you can check out, you can follow me on TikTok, KinToshi on Instagram, KinToshi and again on Twitch, KinToshi. Otherwise, have a great and safe day. I will see you all back. Actually, I'll be back leading the news in the evening time, and then back tomorrow morning with even more news. Maybe some research news. We'll go right on into it. All right. Have a great stream. Have a great stream. Have a great and safe day wherever in the world you are. Peace be with you. Ciao. Cheers. Stay safe.